Now on CoastTV News.
Stellar show. People all over Delmarva gathered today to look up at the solar eclipse.
Going in circles, the new roundabout near the 5 Points intersection continues to be delayed as drivers keep going no west.
Rehoboth traffic study, what's happening next in the nation's summer capital.
And we could creep up close to, get this, 80 degrees on Tuesday. Feeling almost hot outside. But a big change also hit us by Thursday.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
The 2024 total solar eclipse blocked out the sun and captured imaginations. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with the solar eclipse that captivated people all across Delmarva this afternoon.
Luckily, sky watchers in the path of totality were awestruck. The rare and amazing celestial phenomena first emerged over Texas. Tens of millions gathering in towns and cities across the state, the heartland and beyond to witness that magnificent event. The moon inching over the sun to plunge those areas along the path of totality into total darkness. Then stretching all the way up to Maine, bringing many to screams and tears as they watched history in the making.
Back here on Delmarva, the Laurel Public Library held an eclipse viewing party in the Market Street Park from 2 to 4:30 p.m. The library had glasses on hand to distribute to people who came out to celebrate the celestial event in western Sussex County. Along the coast, we counted more than 30 people at both the South Coastal Library and Delaware Seashore State Park watch parties. Several pinhole projectors were provided near Tower 3 for people to safely view the eclipse through a protective lens. Park staff explained how to use them. Some people brought their own glasses. It was an event for all ages. There were kids present, and the Cheer Center brought seniors out on an eclipse excursion. When the eclipse got close to reaching its peak, everyone kicked back to relax and see the stellar show. We spoke to two people at this watch party who also saw the eclipse in 2017.
Because it doesn't happen often, I hope that everybody, that can is taking advantage of the experience and being able to actually see it occur, because it's going to be a long time before we see it again.
What was cooler was you could just use this box, which was amazing. They had them here, the Park Service, so it worked out really well. I couldn't find any glasses.
The next total solar eclipse for the world will be in 2026, but it won't be visible in the USA. We won't get the chance to see another one on Delmarva for at least 20 years.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll this evening. What we want to know is, what did you think about the eclipse? Let's take a look at the results.
Looking at the screen here, these are updated from earlier tonight. We have 60% saying it was beautiful, 29% saying it was underwhelming. Maybe they just didn't look at it in the right spot. 11% completely missed it.
If you haven't voted yet, easy to do. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Now let's take a live look outside into Ocean City to check on that weather tonight. It was finally warming up to start the week off, so let's check in with our first alert chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, who joins us now with a look at our weather. And I'm hoping to go to the beach at some point this week.
So you see how people want to call in favors when they want the right weather? They start saying, hey, buddy, Paul, how you doing? I'm everybody's buddy when it's warm. So I'm going to have a whole lot of friends tomorrow. I'll show you that's a preview to the forecast. Our tidal health camera now in Seaford, we're holding at 54 degrees, which is really mild when you consider how cool we should be for this time of the year. And we're going to drop and stay in the lower 50s with partly cloudy skies. Now, we do have a little concern for a coastal flood advisory throughout Kent and Sussex and the area in general. But this is going to expire here in the early morning hours. And I don't see this becoming a big problem for us, particularly after we get past the high tides for tonight. But we do have coastal flood statements that are active for us for Worcester as well. But we'll talk more about this coming up in your full forecast. Until then, back to you.
Paul, Rehoboth Beach has new recommendations tonight on how to improve traffic, parking, and safety after engineering firm the Rossi Group presented findings from their study. Updates were given on projects already in the works, but here's what's new. Midterm recommendations include getting the city to include time restrictions for metered spaces and extending the paid parking season from May 1st to October 31st. Also, to improve bicycle signage and to come up with a charging station deployment plan. In the long term, the group recommends adding bike lanes and a feasibility study to develop a parking garage downtown. Again, this was just a discussion. No vote was taken.
After an extensive 6-month-long nationwide search, Rehoboth Beach has now got a city manager, a new one. The City Board of Commissioners made that announcement today. Taylor Tedder has most recently been working as the city manager for Boulder City in Nevada. His tentative start date is May 15th. In a press release today, Mayor Stan Mills called him fiscally savvy and added that he's enthusiastic and energetic.
New tonight, a decision has been made on a proposal that would add more workforce housing to Georgetown. Town Council voted to accept the conditional use application for the 107 Depot Street Rehab Project, also known as the Old Ice House Project. According to the town, the project's goal is to transform the 3-story building on Depot Street that used to be an ice storage facility into a building with office spaces in the basement and first floor and 25 residential apartments above. So what's next? The town says the project now moves forward to the Planning Commission.
Red light at a roundabout, the roundabout near the 5 Points intersection.
In Lewis, it still hasn't opened.
There we go. Back to me here. It still hasn't opened. It's been delayed for a whole month from its original plans. DelDOT says that's thanks to the recent heavy rainfall in the area. Traffic on the roundabout will have to wait just a bit longer. Zachary Flores-Reyes says the project that's meant to alleviate congestion, it might be the problem itself right now.
The people have to go all the way around. You're putting more traffic on other roads, and it's just, things are backing up. I feel like 24 has been, heavier in traffic since this started too.
DelDOT expects to have a few new dates for the roundabout to open later this week. Once traffic is allowed in the roundabout, the next step is going to be to connect Route 9 and the Circle.
New tonight, police have arrested the man accused of sending threatening notes to the Milford School District, prompting a lockdown. The man on your screen, Thomas Caffrey, was arrested at home. You may recall police say he sent a note to the schools with concerning language, including "you have been warned." He's now facing 4 counts of harassment.
In regional news, we now have the name of the man who police say was involved in a shots-fired investigation near the Kent County Family Court building and later killed himself. Delaware Capitol Police say 68-year-old James Kaiser Sr. of Dover fired a gun from inside a parked car. He was later found near Annapolis, where police say he shot and killed himself during a traffic stop. Police say that nobody at the Kent County Courthouse was hurt and that court operations were not impacted. The investigation continues.
New at 11, police are seeking witnesses of a deadly crash they say killed a 46-year-old Magnolia woman over the weekend. Delaware State Police says just before midnight Saturday, an SUV was driving on Clapham Road near the entrance to Barker's Landing, when for reasons still under investigation, the driver lost control and drove into a retention pond. Troopers say the SUV became submerged with her inside, and rescue crews were able to get her to begin life-saving efforts. Unfortunately, she died at the hospital.
Former President Donald Trump announced today that abortion rights should be left to the state. Trump's announcement was made in a video that was posted on social media, offering his clearest stance yet on one of America's most delicate and contentious political issues. Washington correspondent Michael Yoshida gives us a look at how his latest declaration is being received by those on both sides of the aisle.
We have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint.
In a video posted to his Truth Social account, former President Donald Trump seeming to punt on the issue of abortion, saying after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, abortion rights should now be left to the states.
Many states will be different. Many will have a different number of weeks, or some will have more conservative than others, and that's what they will be. At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people.
Trump did not indicate the number of weeks during a pregnancy at which he thinks it would be appropriate to ban an abortion, but he did reiterate his support for certain exceptions, such as victims of rape and incest or when a mother's life is in danger. President Joe Biden attacking Trump's abortion message, accusing the former president of lying and saying in part, Trump is scrambling. He's worried that since he's the one responsible for overturning Roe, the voters will hold him accountable in 2024. Well, I have news for Donald. They will. Trump's video also getting immediate backlash from the leading anti-abortion group Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America, writing in part, "We are deeply disappointed in President Trump's position. Unborn children and their mothers deserve national protections and national advocacy." Democrats also criticizing Trump's latest attempt to clarify his stance.
He shouldn't duck this issue. This is an important one for the American public.
After appointing 3 conservatives to the Supreme Court, Democrats have tried to tie Trump to a wave of anti-abortion laws passed since Roe was overturned in 2022.
In other Trump-related news, the former president's legal team lost their appeal to delay his Manhattan criminal case today. That trial set to begin next week. The lawyers were asking for both a change of venue and a release of the gag order. The case in question is related to hush money payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. We're just getting going this evening.
The tax clock is ticking. What you need to know to avoid paying even more than you already owe in the form of penalties.
And we're looking forward to some warming sunshine that could kick us near the 80-degree mark. And listen, if you need the forecast, it's just a phone call away. Just call 443-880-9100, sponsored by Baird, Mandela's, Brockstedt, and Federico.
But first, what will soon be inside this room? It's a mystery. We're back in 60 seconds.
Join Planet Fitness and get energized with fitness that fits your budget. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. All in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th.
Some people will stop at nothing to get your stuff. Get solid security and protect yourself from theft, fire, and accidents with American-made Rhino at Southern States in Milford. Experience peace of mind with financing available when you buy local from the only Rhino dealer on Delmarva. They'll deliver and set it up for you too. Ask about Rhino's Thank You for Your Service rebate program. Protect your stuff with Rhino. Everything else is just storage. Securing Delmarva one safe at a time. Southern States of Milford.
Join Planet Fitness and get energized with fitness that fits your budget. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. All in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, April 12th.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
The Maryland Coastal Bays program has acquired a 16-foot outdoor enclosed exhibit right off of Sennapuxent Bay. Inside the newly acquired exhibit will feature a 16-foot mural, 3D models of marsh and different plants and animals, and will include a panel within the exhibit that will have written information so people can learn more about the coastal bays. Liz Wist, the education coordinator for the Coastal Bays program, hopes this will teach locals and visitors the importance of the bays around them.
Hopefully they'll realize the impacts that they could have when they live here, but we really just wanted to kind of highlight our natural resources and the heritage of this region.
The Coastal Bays Boardwalk exhibit is set to be revealed this summer with a sneak peek look at the mural happening in May.
It's nobody's favorite, but tax day just a week away, and if you haven't filed your taxes for 2023 yet, time's running out.
Jen Sullivan breaks down what those last-minute filers need to file on time and avoid any penalties in today's Consumer Watch.
Time is running out to file your 2023 taxes. The deadline is Monday, April 15th. Everyone's taxes look different, but the most common documents you'll likely need to file are a W-2. That's your official wage and tax statement, which you should have received from your employer. A 1099, which are given by independent contractors to people like business owners, or if you've earned any interest from stocks or investments and or received any dividends. And a 1098 form, if you have a mortgage or student loan interest. The IRS offers tools to help you navigate through the filing process, and tax software like TurboTax and H&R Block can help you as well.
It's going to guide you through and make those calculations.
While it seems like a lengthy process, it can help deliver you a nice return this year. According to the IRS, the average direct deposit return is $3,209.
The fastest way to get your refund is to electronically file and to receive that refund through a direct deposit.
Experts also say the worst thing you could do is not file at all.
One of those mistakes that we see people make is they just get scared. And so then they put it aside and they say, no, I don't want to deal with it at all, which is about the worst thing you could do.
And if you really need more time, anyone can file for an extension, but you must do that by April 15th. That will give you until October 15th to file. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
To request a tax extension, you'll need to file a 4868 form, which you can find on the IRS website, irs.gov.
So finally, we can start talking about actual spring weather that feels like spring weather instead of reminiscent of winter conditions. And that's a nice change of pace, just from an occupational standpoint. I make that statement. Our Hershey's exterior camera we're holding at 51 will go up to about 54, but mainly the big deal is that we're actually going to have clear skies. We had lows up in the 30s today, 36 in Cambridge and Georgetown, 34 the starting point in Salisbury. Now take a look at the normal numbers. 64 for the high, 43 for the low. We dipped down to 36, a little bit below the norm, but a little bit above the norm at 68 degrees, and we're going to escalate even higher than that. By the way, we had 68 not only in Georgetown, also in Salisbury, and about 62 degrees for the high in Ocean City. Right now, we are still under a coastal flood advisory in Kent and Sussex County till about 1 o'clock in the morning. Basically, we're watching out for nighttime tide highs that could bring about a little bit of flooding for those folks that are right along any body of water. Now, this is not just for Sussex County, but also Worcester, and that's in effect or a concern until 1 o'clock in the morning. This reaches all the way down towards Accomack as well as Northampton, but that'll stay in effect until 4 o'clock. So the farther south you go, the greater the concern and the better opportunity for possible flooding to occur. We have a stationary boundary just to our west and north and high pressure to the north. So with the clockwise rotation coming in this direction and the counterclockwise rotation coming in this direction, we're looking forward to stay in the DC area. Very windy for tomorrow as a result of the combination of those pressure systems. Now, that's going to help kind of push a little bit of water in our direction for going to Tuesday, but not elevated exceedingly high. That's why we're looking for those inundation concerns to die out. We start off in the 50s, all right, and we're about 9 to 10 degrees warmer now than we were 24 hours ago. And with the winds coming out of the south, it's a nice, comfortable feel. Plus, we have a good deal of moisture in the atmosphere, so it's not going to feel so bad. For Tuesday morning, we'll have some thick cloud cover going into the afternoon hours, but we could see a passing sprinkle or two, just about 2 drops of water, and that's about it. But we will have temperatures that will begin to slide quickly into the 60s nicely as early as 9, 10 o'clock for in the morning time. You see, this is where we've been for the last 5 days. 61 for the highest rung of the ladder that we reached up to from a temperature standpoint. But take a look at our expectations for Tuesday. We start off at 51, for example, in Georgetown, and by the afternoon we'll go up to 75 degrees and even warmer than that in Millsboro and in Selbyville. That's the kind of mild weather we're going to look forward to. Wednesday, pretty much to repeat, but a little bit higher than that with a couple of sprinkles. And I think Thursday is going to be our day where we're going to have to really deal with serious rain. We do have extreme high levels for us as far as sneezecats are concerned for trees. And we're looking for rain and higher water levels for us as we go into Thursday. And the winds are going to kick in by Saturday. Tonight, 51. But tomorrow, warming sunshine in 76, 72. And then finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Thank you, Paul. Still to come. Loan forgiveness, the Biden administration taking another crack at cutting into debt now tied to degrees.
Coming up next, why tomorrow marks a special day to thank library staff. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 11.
Toyota is going all wheels in with fantastic deals on thousands of in-stock Toyotas ready for delivery. So visit your local dealer today for a great selection of front, 4, and all-wheel drive vehicles. Right now, get low 4.75% APR on a sporty Camry or stylish Corolla. Get fantastic deals when you go all wheels in on your new Toyota. Let's go places.
Get always on, always fast internet from Extreme and get a $100 credit. Plus, add the Xumo Stream Box and get all the top apps in one place and over 300 free channels with the Xumo Play app. That's a huge added value. Get the ultimate streaming experience with download speed options up to 1 gig and whole home Wi-Fi 360 Pro. Internet and Wi-Fi packages start as low as $29.99 a month for a year. Call now to claim your $100 credit and add your Zumo Stream Box. Call 844-EXTREME-2.
At Spicer Brothers, we're not just about installing roofs. We're about protection, durability, and peace of mind. Our team of skilled professionals can install your last roof using the highest quality materials in as little as 1 day. And we make it easy with on-site design and digital proposal.
And right now, save $1,000 off your new roof. Plus, have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty. And the best part, enjoy no interest and no payments for 18 months.
Call today and schedule your free in-home consultation because you deserve the best.
Taking you back to the decade of neon colors, big hair, and of course, great music. Join me, April, every morning at 8 a.m. on 107.1 The Duck as I play some of your favorite tunes from back in the day. It's April's Awesome 80s, sponsored by Easton Auto Care and Denton Auto Care and Tire.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, somewhere to smile about.
Indian River School District is set to celebrate diversity within the district later this month. On April 29th, the district will be holding Diversity Night at Sussex Central High from 5 to 8 p.m. The district says there's going to be a number of community organizations and multiple performances, including Irish dancers and steel drums.
Tomorrow, head over to your local library and thank the staff who work there. Tuesday, April 9th is National Library Workers Day. It takes place on the Tuesday of National Library Week. Library workers are masters of research and creativity. They can help you find the right resources for a school paper and polish up your resume. And they can encourage reading among children.
The Biden administration has unveiled the details of a new plan to forgive student loan debt for millions of Americans. The White House says that the new policies target specific groups. For example, people who have balances bigger than what they originally borrowed was due. And that's due to interest rates. And people who enrolled in low financial value programs, which left them in debt but without good job prospects. These proposals still need to be finalized, which could take months. This is Biden's second attempt to implement broad student loan forgiveness after the Supreme Court struck down his first plan last summer. Through smaller programs, the administration has canceled $146 billion of student debt for 4 million people.
Taylor Swift launched a temporary channel on Sirius XM Sunday. It features music spanning her 17-year career. That includes Taylor's version tracks and live recordings. It's on Channel 13, a nod to her famous Lucky Number. Her new album, The Tortured Poets Department, drops on the 13th day of its run, which is April 19th. The channel will air around the clock across North America through May 6th.
Coming up in sports, Lake Forest girls lacrosse aiming for their third win, but they're going to have to go against an undefeated school.
And coping with stress, the impact it can have on your health, and how psychologists say you can take charge of your environment.
They're breaded in spicy tempura and made with cayenne. But most importantly, they're back.
Plus a hot new deal. 2 orders of 10-piece McNuggets for $6. Spicy or classic.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's that time of year again, where homeowners are power washing, staining, and replacing boards on their deck.
No one has time for that. With Paul Davis, our AZEK decks are cracked, fade, and insect resistant with a lifetime warranty.
Paul Davis makes it easy by bringing the showroom to you and giving you an estimate that same day. Paul Davis decks are beautiful.
Save Big 3 Ways is now extended. Get last year's pricing, pay nothing until 2025, and get a 10x10 outdoor gazebo free with your new deck through April 30th.
Call Paul Davis today for a free estimate.
Visit Tyndall's Casual Furniture, where comfort meets style and quality meets affordability. And affordability doesn't mean you have to compromise on quality. We are Delmarva's exclusive dealer for Pollywood, the name you know and trust. Pollywood dining sets start at only $9.95, fully assembled and backed by a 20-year warranty. We're also proud to carry made-in-the-USA brands like Casual Comfort and Telescope Casual. Plus, we have a wide selection of wicker by Northcape, all made with aluminum frames. So shop today with the local experts at Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
This is your reminder to thank the friend who gets McDonald's breakfast for the group while everyone else sleeps in.
Get the sausage McMuffin with egg for $2.79 and an iced coffee for just 99 cents.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
April is National Stress Awareness Month. While many of us don't need a reminder to be aware of our stress, it's a good time to focus on how to manage it because stress can have a significant impact on our health and happiness. Mandy Gaither has some healthy coping mechanisms.
We all feel it, from our daily commute to juggling work.
Can you just eat that pancake that you have right now?
Family and schedules. Stress is all around us, and while you can't control it, you can take charge of how you cope.
How you think about stress can make or break the situation. If you perceive it to be a threat or a challenge, can significantly impact how your body and your mind responds.
Psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says some of the red flags of increased stress include changes in your eating habits like loss of appetite or emotional eating, as well as changes in sleeping habits, sleeping too much, or not being able to fall asleep. Other symptoms include headaches, stomach issues, and mood changes.
Life is continuously stressful, so investing in some stress management techniques can be a game changer for your physical and mental health.
Albert says we can cope with stress by being active. She says exercise can help calm your mind and body, as can breathing exercises. She says what you eat can help too.
If you are chronically stressed, you can eat vitamin C rich foods to help mitigate some of the wear and tear that your body experiences from stress. Also, magnesium rich foods can be helpful. They help to regulate the stress hormones in your body and promote relaxation.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Albert says another way to relieve stress is to make sure you're getting enough sleep. I know it's hard to do, but she says research shows between 7 and 9 hours every night helps to restore your body and allows you to gear up to face the next day of stress and challenges.
This next story might leave you just a little salty. A new study suggests having less salt in your diet it can have important health benefits. That includes living longer. Researchers in Australia examined more than a dozen previous studies that involved more than 35,000 patients. They were on an average of 64 years old and had a higher than normal risk for heart disease. The study found that cutting out salt or using a salt substitute lowered the risk of dying early from heart disease. The American Heart Association recommends most adults, especially with high blood pressure, ideally limit their daily sodium intake to 1,500 milligrams a day. And researchers do caution people who eat a lot of packaged or restaurant food. You're likely getting more sodium in there than is recommended.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The Salisbury School hosting their conference foe, Lake Forest. The Dragons hoping to avoid their 3-0 start being eclipsed by the Spartans in the second quarter. Salisbury up 3-1 as Alexandra Collins finds twine. The Dragons up by 3. 2 minutes later, Spartans' Morgan Duran's first run at the net is denied, but she recoups, scoops, and then scores on take 2. It's a 4-2 ball game. But that's when Salisbury starts to take over. Collins dangerous with possession, an open lane, and not many goalies are going to stop that. 5-2 Dragons. Then not even a minute later, Salisbury back on attack. Jenna Link moving and grooving and gets it to go. It's 6-2. Less than 3 to go in the half, and it's Haley Gallione's turn to do it herself. Loses it, but then somehow shovels it in. What a goal by the freshman. Final minute of the half, Lake needs a response, and it will be Emma Massey delivering it, maneuvering through and firing one top shelf for the goal. That makes it 9-3. Still enough time left in the half for Salisbury to respond, and they do it. Alexandra Dawson flying through for that goal. That's goal number 10 for the team and her 100th career goal. Collins got her 100th goal last week against the Gunston School, and now it's Dawson reaching the same achievement. Salisbury goes on to win 14-8 and move to 4-0 on the year. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
April showers or kitten showers, what you can do to help tiny felines in the community this spring.
Take your career to the next level with a company that truly cares about their employees. Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Brazier's Pest Control is looking to add full-time service technicians and clerical staff to join their team. Why Brazier's? Competitive pay, weekends and nights off, no holidays and full benefits package. Plus, each technician gets their own fully equipped vehicle. Brazier's Pest Control is committed to providing a healthy work environment, ongoing training, and quality service. If you have what it takes to join Brazier's team, call and set up your interview today.
Refresh your style with H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Bring in spring with our huge in-stock furniture selection. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 12 months interest-free financing. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Browse our full line of competitively priced appliances like Speed Queen and trust our professional and experienced service and installation team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
When I decided to have my kitchen done, I knew I wanted it done professionally, and that's when I contacted Ellen. She took me to the Delmarva Design Center.
From the moment I bring a customer into Delmarva Design Center, the ideas start to flow. First thing we do is take a stroll around the showroom so we can look at all the different vignettes to get ideas of what they like and see what they react to.
For each of the different aspects that I wanted to change in my kitchen, there were experts here, and everyone was so helpful. They listened to what I had to say, and they had great ideas that helped me put together exactly what I wanted for my kitchen.
My goal is to have the customer enjoy their space as quickly as possible, and Delmarva Design Center helps me do that.
My kitchen is one of my favorite places now. It's something that I use every single day of my life. I'm elated with my experience at the Delmarva Design Center.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on.
April showers bring May flowers, but the Brandywine Valley SPCA is getting ready for a different kind of shower and preparing for an influx of little ones like these. Before kitten season gets underway, the organization is hosting kitten showers at its campuses in Georgetown and Dover this coming Saturday and Sunday. The showers offer fostering demonstrations like how to bottle feed and care for infant kittens, and in case they end up in your care. You can also help all April long during the shelter's supply drive. You heard it right, Paul. The kittens, they're coming.
I'm sure they are, and they'll have a place to stay with Mallory and the other 17 that she has. Let's take a look at our Spicer Brothers cam. She's going to say, it's only 5. All right, our Spicer Brothers camera, one person. Salisbury, 53 degrees. It's going to drop to 52 with mainly clear skies. We do have at least some minor flood advisories. They should expire throughout the early morning hours. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration 10-day forecast. We are looking for rain to kick in for Thursday and Friday, particularly for Thursday. We may see a better chance of rain. But the good news is, as we go into the weekend, kittens or not, I'm not expecting any more rain for Saturday, Sunday.
Inverted cat guy too. Hi, Jabert. I hope you're watching at home.
Paul's next one day.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
One day Paul will have a cat too. Mark my words. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon's up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.